We're back with another episode of Let's Play Bravely Default. I'm your host, RPG Guy, and when we last left off, I wanted to make sure I could get Agnes to level 4 Freelancer level 2, thus having in-battle healing as an option. And yeah, and we learned about Street Pass, which is a feature we're not really going to use in this game. And there is an element to this game that I will discuss now, because a lot of the services for the Nintendo 3DS are shutting down per se, and we're not going to have access to a lot of stuff. Uh, I will explain it when we get there. However, I will not be divulging into how to go about doing it. That's you got to find on your own. I'm not going to do that for you guys. I'm sorry. There's a whole bunch of ramifications for divulging, emulation and stuff like that. I mean, I have a copy of the game. I have a 3DS. Actually, I have a Zelda Special Edition one. Zelda Link Between Worlds one. But I'm not going to go into too much detail. Just know that if you want to play this game and you know that the services for 3DS don't work, there is a way around it. And once they fully cut off the 3DS stuff, maybe I'll talk about it. Good, you found each other. That's a relief. Okay. Whatever you say, bro. Alright. Enough of that. Let's move on. I've got about 500 shekels. 500 buccarinos. Now, we could buy some magic that we can't cast. And it really comes down to not doing that. Because we really need to do, more importantly, is gear up Agnes. Because she, unlike Tiz, is not geared up correctly. So, one thing we'll do is we'll buy a broadsword, but we're also going to buy staff, I think. Buy a staff, and we'll buy a rod. It's kind of a good idea at various stages of the game to have access to as much gear as you can muster. We're going to give her a pointy hat, I think. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, a pointy hat instead of a helmet. For her, she's got a linen cuirass. No, she doesn't. What does she have? Oh, a hempen tunic. Okay. Probably gonna go with the linen cuirass. Why? Because I said so. And buy another bronze gauntlet. Because we took it off Tiz from earlier. And just for the time being, dagger, pointy hat, and a linen cuirass. To keep the robe just in case. I don't think it's gonna come to that, but what is a cuirass? It's a linen cuirass, kind of like a gambeson, maybe. That's how I would think of it. Alright. I accidentally spent a potion out in the overworld like a jackass. So we're going to recover that. Buy a third eye drop. So we have 3 of each. I think we're okay with everything else. Let's keep moving. Let's see what the lowdown is.
Tis. Good to see you safely returned. What of Norende? I take it from your grim countenance, our fears were confirmed.
It is gone, but not forgotten, Your Highness. I'm prepared to rebuild it. It will take time, but Norende will recover.
Well spoken, lad. I shall support the effort however I can. Take this. It will serve as a token of your new office as chairman of the restoration effort.
It's an honor. Your Highness, isn't there any way to drive the Eternian military from the borders of your kingdom?
Ah, they've been a curse upon us all of late. Endeavoring
just want
more
Taco
than
Bell
this
vouchers.
Last week. They're in a lather over this search for the Wind Vestal. I've no clue what has them so desperate, but they've begun making bold threats. They've birthed their ships at the lake southwest of us, with cannons trained on the city. I fear our own ships cannot fly as long as they've our people at gunpoint. It galls me, but there's little I can do.
Your Highness, I offer my humblest apology for the ordeal I have forced upon your kingdom. I am
You want to read that
Agnes
again?
Oblige, the Vestal of Wind.
You!
I shall resolve the matter. I give you my word, I will cause you no further grief.
Will you? Yes, that would be... But wait a moment.
You need worry on the matter no further, Your Highness. Farewell.
Well, I have a pretty strong feeling she's just not going to turn herself in.
Wait! I'm coming too!
So, a peek at Norende. Hit the right on the control. Okay, so this is the axis that I was talking about before. Norende Village requires us to have these things. Let's read on. You can give building orders from the screen. Use the touchscreen to issue commands. It's gonna make me do this, isn't it? Yeah. Grow with population. With every street passed, the village gains a new resident. A task that takes 1 worker an hour only takes 2 workers 30 minutes. Got 10 residents, you're done in 6 minutes flat. Shops breathe life into the town. Touch a site and set the worker count and the building begins. If you'd like your building on a rough land, you'll have to till it first. What is Nemesis? Nemesis are mysterious enemies that invade through the net. They have two ways into your world. They can be sent from the server when you update data, or sent from others via Street Pass. When a Nemesis icon appears in the village, touch it and select fight. Just watch the recommended level. If you're wiped out, it's game over. Protecting Nemesis. The village can hold up to 7 Nemesis at once. When an eighth arrives, the oldest will disappear unless it's been protected. If there's one you want to fight, protect it. You send to deliver Nemesis to the players using Street Pass. Okay, again, it's more Street Pass stuff. We're not going to worry about that yet. Now, in the bottom right corner here, you can see a whole slurry of different things. From dealing with ancient boulders, 10 hours. 10 hours. We have 1 worker, guys. 1 worker. 15 minutes for the trader. 30 minutes for the armor shop. Gives you kind of an idea. Tangled Woods, 2 hours. And as you can see, we then start expanding upon the town. So, ultimately, as we progress through the game, rebuilding Norune Village is going to be a big ordeal. Why can I not get it to zoom out? Oh, there we go. So yeah, we'll definitely be working on a lot of this stuff. Now, with that said, as this is clearly not being played on a 3DS, we're going to kind of cheese the system with, I'm not going to go and divulge too much more into it, but there's a way that we can go in and increase the amount of workers, which to me is the fairest thing to do. We will just increase the amount of workers and be done with it. Kind of a thing. That way, because for this playthrough, it's more about the story than it is about the stuff that, again, is not going to be as available as we progress through, or as time goes on. So, Agnes, what did you mean you'd resolve the matter? Don't tell me you're thinking of storming the Eternian camp at the Southwest Lake alone. Don't be ridiculous. I'm well aware that I'm no match for an airship. Good, it sounds like they have the city in their crosshairs. Besides, as long as these people are held hostage, I have no choice. They didn't seem the types to talk this out. Wait, you wouldn't. You can't. He's gonna give herself up. But anywho, like I said, since we're still in the episode that we're in, so to speak, and we can at least work on the trader here and unlock potion and teleport stone. So we're going to confirm that with our one worker. So that'll get worked on, and it'll take roughly 15 minutes to complete. So we'll be messing with this off and on. But like I said, we're going to be adding some workers to our available list. And that way we can power through the game a little bit more with regards to Maroon Village.
Get captured. Then they'll take you aboard their airship. That's your ticket across the sea.
It's true that no ships can sail upon the ocean now that it's rotted.
You can't really mean to. Agnes, they'll kill you.
I'll not ask you again. Leave us. You are too eager to meddle in the affairs of others. Farewell.
It's kind of true.
Agnes, wait. That road leads to the graveyard. It's a dead end.
Which way is the lake?
It
Oh,
seems
boy.
you've need of a guide. At least let me show you the way there.
Unacceptable.
I think it's a grand idea. It could take weeks with Agnes' sense of direction.
Airy? Very well. Then I ask you to serve as our guide. Only as a guide. And only as far as the lake. Is that clear?
As a crystal. Leave it to me.
Alright. Let's do another one of these. 'Tis the Navigator. Your sense of direction is so bad it's almost magical, Agnes. What? Surely it's not so. How many times did you get lost in that ravine? There was only one path. Then it took you 2 hours to find me at the top, despite perfect visibility. The canyon path was very twisty. I'm certain it's a maze even to the locals. Not really. But at least this way I have an excuse to tag along and... Right, never mind. Stay close. The lake we make for is said to be unreachable by any but the most knowledgeable. Right, of course. I'll bet. So, where do you plan to do? What do you plan to do once we get there, Agnes? That is no concern of yours, 'tis. I have no choice. Not as long as they have the people of Caldisla in their sights. It will be fine. Enemy or no, they are men, not monsters. That you know of. Okay, so we're fully healed. So let's go ahead and just head on out. We're fully geared up as much as we need to be at the moment. Running. We'll make a save, because saving is your friend. And out we go. Okay, so we need to head pretty much to the southwest here. And thus we'll reach the lake.
Done!
Oh dear God.
Supplies to last a fortnight! Cannonballs to rain iron on Caldisla for a week straight!
Seems we've been saved the effort. Have a look below.
Oh, the Vestal's come to us! Planning a frontal assault, is she? I like it! So help me, Holly, I'm going in myself this time! Don't try to stop me!
I don't suppose I've much choice. I'll join you. Let's be done with her and back to the villa already. I'm liable to go on a killing spree if I don't get a proper shower soon.
Oh my God.
Watch the ship, boys!
Aye, sir.
These two are just so punchable.
Give us a fitting arena!
Not gonna lie.
Monk Bear's lair enters the ring.
Just blue light. What's happening?
A part of the Asterisk's power, boy. You know where to run. Not till I'm finished with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we're already finished here. I'm not breaking a sweat if it's not absolutely necessary.
What? I live for fighting, woman. Let me have this. My heart's fuse is lit. You can't unlight my heart fuse.
Oh my god.
Ugh, must you always shout? Daft or loud, man? Pick one! I take it you've come to surrender, girl. You've caused more than enough hassle already.
Never.
I understand that. I've no intention of resisting.
Lovely. She speaks sense.
What? No soul-searing combat? No white-knuckled fisticuffs? No smashing?
Trying to envision this voice actor
Head down!
just
Or will it take my
Just
boot
doing
on
this.
your throat? Now, come along, Vestal. I'll see you're well taken care of.
I thank you for seeing me here, Tiz. I expect we will not meet again.
Agnes, wait! You can't go just yet! You, Sky Knight, will you promise me she won't be mistreated?
I've said it once. I plan to take care of her myself. I'll see the beatings aren't
Oh
fatal.
my god.
Meetings! Finally! Count me in!
What?
She's dragged us all across this backwater for weeks. Surely I'm entitled to vent my frustrations.
Not necessarily.
But fear not. I'll see she's brought back from the brink each time. Though I fear my magic won't keep the girl's mind intact.
Are you listening to this, Agnes? I told you before.
Tiz, I'm not...
You're my hope. I'll not hand you over to these monsters.
Ah, youth. So passionate, so sincere, so thoroughly stupid.
Dun dun
Ugh,
dun.
It's enough to make me wretch. This maudlin display's gone long enough! Barris, show these starry-eyed brats what they're up against!
Yes! Finally! Finally, the duel begins! On with the punching!
Alright, so after that long dissertation about punching things, let's get going. So first and foremost, we're going to want to default at least 2 times, if not probably more than that. Just kind of let them waste their turns doing the few things that they're going to do, regardless of what we had planned to do. Just want to keep our eyes on HP. If we hit about 100, we are going to probably need to heal up and whatnot. And we have the ability and means to do that. So now that we've got our Brave kind of set up, though, what we want to do... Okay, so clearly Holly is a white wizard. White mage. We're going to definitely make sure that we weaken her so substantially that if we decide to default or go brave, do our brave, to use our brave, we'll need to ensure that we're not gonna like sit in the negative rounds for too long. Because we don't want, but we do want to make sure that we damage her enough that she's almost kind of toast. And yeah, that's another reason too. You need to hit it with an arrow. Turn the speed back down here. I got Agnes. Alright, really quick. Let's go to... do it one more time. Okay, now we'll go back to attacking. We need to use a potion, though we will, because it will get to a point where we'll need to consider that. More than treat. Yeah, it does quite a bit more than treat. Why we'll do that. Okay. Okay, so now that she's healing herself, we know she's pretty close to the end. So we're definitely going to now exploit her beating here, or expedite her beating. And she's down. Nice crit. Oops, didn't mean to pause. Get him! Ooh, nasty. Roll 1-2 punch. As he pretty much just killed himself, so. And we get some good XP and some good job points. I don't think anybody's going to level up in the job department, but XP is always welcome. We get high potion and ether for trouble. Yeah! You got the monk asterisk. Alright, so brute strength attacker, high HP and high physical attack, powerful attacks with bare hands, knuckle lore, and martial arts. And it gives you an idea of their stat growth and what they're good at. They're definitely good at knuckles and staves of all things, or staffs. So you can give them weapons, but most likely if you're going to use a monk, there's not much of a reason to. Unless you're... I don't know, it just depends. Unless the staffs have special abilities, maybe. We get the White Mage Asterisk, which is, of course, aids allies with healing and support magic. Skilled at White Magic favors staves. Self-healing White Magic. All that good stuff there for the information. Stabs and root staves and daggers. They can use some daggers and rods. So that's always good. Intelligence and mind are important stats. Again, things for us to keep in mind. All that good hubbubaloo.
Agnes, are you hurt? I'm glad I was able to stop you.
That dude just kept blowing himself up.
Tis, I was naive. I swore I would involve no others in my journey. The task I face is mine as Vestal, and mine alone. Yet I was afraid. When faced with capture, I wavered. I had thought I'd steeled myself to face any peril, to withstand any pain. But had I faced those two alone, I'd have faltered. My journey would have ended in a cell, or worse. I am grateful to you, Tis, and grateful for you. Will you join me? I would like you to join me.
I did that a while back, silly. It's no surprise. I have it on very good authority. I'm the eager to meddle type.
Tis, I thank you.
That just leaves the problem of how we're crossing the sea. We need to get you to Ansheim, don't we?
I've another plan. This one's better still. If riding their ship as a captive's out, why not as a captain?
You want us to steal an airship?
Why not?
Though, if we did manage it...
We've no way of knowing where it went.
Let's head back to the city for now. We can ask around there.
Officers of the Eternian forces each hold a magical item called asterisks that bestow new jobs. Defeat them and claim their asterisks to acquire new jobs. Select job from the menu. Changing jobs affects your base stat. Determines your equipment aptitude. Pay close attention when gearing up. Again, types of abilities that come with jobs. Martial arts, for example, contains commands. Strong, strike, invigorate. Supporting abilities. Passive abilities that work just by being equipped for a monk. HP 10% up, knuckle lore. Okay. So yeah, pretty much kind of like later, Final Fantasy V, we can passively put skills on characters and the like. And all of that hubbubaloo. And what that means really is just when we go into abilities, we can actually change out character passive support abilities. At the moment, there's not really a reason to. Currently. We'll worry about that stuff kind of later. With that said, let's see. We're not really close, I don't think, to another job level, are we? Let me see. So freelance, her next level is 58. Tis is 44 to his next job level of level 3. That's pretty far. When we're getting about 2 to 3, that's like over 10 battles apiece, and that's with the optimal conditions of getting job points. So we probably don't want to deal with it too much. So first things first, we're gonna head back to Kaldisla. To get magic, you need the spell scroll, the corresponding ability of the party. Can all share a single scroll, and abilities have level limits as in white magic level 2. So yeah, some magic has different levels. So you have to consider that when you are dealing with various castings. We have $400. So we definitely are going to take Cure and Blindna. Poison is nice. We don't have enough for Fire, Blizzard, or Thunder. Unfortunately, we may even want to sell some items just so we have the ability to do it. We can go in here. It's gonna keep that for now, I think, even though it's only worth $10. There's 37 there. But we probably want at least one offensive spell at some point, but we might have to grind a little bit of cash. We'll worry about that when we get there, though. definitely wanting to have access to other stuff. Again, like I said, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. We'll get it sorted out. We're also probably carrying more weapons than we really need, but that's another story too. All right. Clearly he's not a morning person. Jeez. Of course. So let us go all the way down over here. That's all. That's free. Alright. Now we can go ahead and deal with what we're supposed to be dealing with. Now you might say, but you haven't changed jobs yet. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Alright, so that is complete. Boop. Build an item shop, a combat item shop, or a compound shop, and they'll reward you with periodic results. Raise the building's level, and the prizes get fancier too. Build a shop in Morende, and you can buy items from it through the adventurer from anywhere in the world. Okay, so clearly you can understand the value of building up the shop and its multiple levels. So now with one worker, it's an hour. You know, here's 30 minutes. If we want to expand, we have to open these areas as well. So it's all got a structure to it that we have to kind of think about and deal with as we're, progressing through the game. But like I said, we're going to inject our own ability, our way of dealing with that, since we don't have Street Pass available.
You chased off the Eternian ship? Amazing! Truly, the Vestal is a worker of miracles. And you as well, 'tis. Excellent work, lad.
Has there been any word of where the ship is gone, Your Highness?
What have you heard from your man, Owen?
It seems the Sky Knights have returned to their hold, Your Majesty. The Lontano Villa.
Lontano Villa. Then that's where we're headed.
I'm afraid you'll not get there now. The bridge they shot out is still in ruins.
We'll mount a full-scale offensive the moment it's repaired. For now, we must be patient. Go and rest.
But I just rested because you guys weren't here. Alright. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. 2 bumpkins. What's wrong? You seem distracted. I've just never before walked through such a lively city as this. Oh, really? I don't suppose it's anything special for you. You grew up here. But to me, this is all... Actually, me too. I'm sorry. I grew up in Norende. Norende has sheep and grass. Some inbreeding. Nothing like this. It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest. So I think I can relate pretty well, actually. Oh, I see. Well, yes then. What parts jump out at you the most? What's the strangest, whatever. Well, the number of people and buildings, and the fact that they all seem so tranquil astounds me. The seas are rotted. The duchy has invaded. Still, I suppose it's all treatment to their faith in the king's rule. A far cry from the kingdom I left. I nearly forgotten. Owen informed me just before we left. Apparently the innkeep is preparing a special feast for us this evening. Best we not keep him waiting. Oh, right. How did I not know? So let us head down that way. So clearly we gotta go to the end now.
Tiz, wake up!
Oh yeah, Agnes, your butt's. I'm sorry. Was I talking in my sleep? Yet again.
What's wrong? It's the middle of the night.
Something's wrong outside.
Outside? Wait, is that...
Give us the Vestal! We know she's here! And you'd best be quick. Fire spreads so easily.
Ominous, sir. Is this really necessary?
What? No! Yes, I won't be questioned. You're under my command now. You'll follow my orders.
But sir!
Burn! Burn! We can sift the Vestal's ashes out from the rest.
Well,
What
that
are
just
they
happened.
doing?
Looking for me. If I go, they'll stop this madness.
You can't be serious, miss. You'd be marching to your own death.
Yes. Listen to Tom Selleck.
Seems these fools intend to hide the girl. If the whole city's complicit, the whole city can burn. Just watch. My fire will have this place charred black by morning.
Black Mage Ominous Crow!
What now?
We've sent these people a clear message. It's time to withdraw!
You still insist on undermining me? It's time you knew your place!
Murder. 5,
Grr.
4...
Fine. Bully. Women always are. But I'll be back tomorrow, and another house will burn. Then another the next night. And every night until you give up the girl.
Well, that happened. Not sure how I feel about that. But, you know, again, it is what it is.
Thankfully, our only casualty was a house. An old one at that. The spellcaster was one of their officers. He's holed up in the ruins of Central Keep, north of the city.
The hostilities will end once I step forward.
There you go again, ready to martyr yourself. There are 2 of us now. That broadens our options.
Might I interject?
Hmm? Ah, it's Mr. Amnesia. You were staying in the empty house that burned, weren't you?
Mr. Amnesia, is that foreign?
I mean, the boy has no memories. He just turned up in town a week ago. No clue who he was. I see you've suffered some light burns. Are you sure you should be up and walking about?
I'm fine, though I thank you for your gracious concern.
Oh, God,
More to the point.
No.
You two are Tiz and Agnes, yes?
But why? I don't recall giving you my name, sir.
It was written in this journal. The only thing I had on me when I was found, apparently. Full of strange things, this book. Like word of your aims to plug up that great sinkhole.
What?
What's more, and this part is key, the journal states that you too will encounter a certain female.
If anybody
If
ever
my
talks to you the
suspicions
way
are correct,
this guy
it's the
does,
girl who was accompanying
you should
that
fear for your
Eternian
life. Just saying.
Firestarter.
Pardon my asking, but how do you tie in?
It appears you make for the Central Ruins, no? Then bring me along. That girl tugs at my mind. Oh, we've met before. When I saw her face amid the flames, I felt a spark. Not your customary running for your life thrill mind, but a real Thundaga to the heart epiphany. Her gaze was equal parts innocence and tempered steel. Oh, to see those eyes don the sparkle of a smile.
So he's a ravaging
Her voice,
pervert.
gentle as spring's sweet breeze. And should she see fit to call my name? Ah, my heart races. I insist you let me join you. It simply must be so.
Unacceptable. Also, I'm repulsed beyond words.
That's a proper response
What?
to that, Agnes.
Why? This is an upstanding gentleman's heartfelt plea.
We know nothing about
I'll
you,
not
you
slow
fool.
you down.
I cannot trust a man such as yourself. My answer is no, sir.
Still, in a fight, 3 people are better than 2.
His personality leaves a bit to be desired, but I'll vouch for the man's skill. He once helped us hunt down a wild boar.
And then he molested the boar.
If you're certain he'll
I'm just
not
saying,
cause a
he molested the
problem,
boar.
Tiz.
We know what he did.
Lovely.
Just listen to how he talks.
Do you remember your name?
They call me Ring-a-Bell. It's a pleasure.
Does it ring a bell?
My Lady Vestal,
Oh,
from this
jokes.
day hence,
They've got jokes.
I shall be
Oh.
your sword.
No, thank you.
I hope this was a good idea.
And Ring a Bell joins the party against my better judgment, of course. The only clue Ring a Bell has to his lost memories is a strange journal inscribed only with the letter D. Opening the journal, open the map menu, and touch the D's journal icon to view the journal's contents. According to Ring a Bell, the pages hold the future. Perhaps you'll find some hints to your adventure. Other pages hold notes Ring a Bell himself made along his journey. And again, it's stuff that is rather mundane, but enigmatic writings, a lot of this stuff here will make more sense as we progress through the game. There is at least 17 of these here, so there's quite a bit. And they're not in any kind of particular order. We can note people, which gives us information about all the different people we meet along the way, and what it means and all of the stuff in between. Same with locations, lots of information about all the different locations. Terms. That way, in case they start talking and it sounds like they're speaking in a foreign language that somewhat sounds like, you know, the English language, you can always check there to make sure you understand what they're talking about. There's item, bestiaries, and combat bonuses. There's the help page as well. Tons of stuff here. No joke, they don't screw around. But there's even, because you can see there's even a freaking percentage of how much of the items you've collected. The bestiary here as well. Combat bonuses. A lot of that stuff we're not going to worry about too much. And the reason being that we're not going to worry about it is because there's going to be some things we just won't be able to accomplish. And that's just because of the nature of this particular way that we have to play the game. Tiz, might I have a word? Sure, what's on your mind? That Ring-a-Bell fellow, I'm just not... Are you truly certain? True, he doesn't seem like a most dependable guy. Like the most dependable guy. Nice enough, though. That isn't my point. He knew our names, Tiz, before we'd ever spoken. Before we'd even spoken. Right, he said they were in that book of his, or some such. Our names alone is troubling enough. But he knew I was the vessel as well. What? Now that you mention it, he knew we were out to seal the chasm, too. I had noticed him mumbling strange things in the streets ever since I arrived. Not so strange as to give Milady offense, I hope. Yep. Mr. Ring-a-Bell? Please, no need for formality. Would you tell us how you knew Agnes was the vessel of wind? Oh, that. All written in this journal, my good man. Simple as that. And would you mind if I had a look at this journal? By all means, turn it over and shake it if you'd like. See what falls out. What is your tie to the girl traveling with the pyromancer? I'm to save her, apparently. Don't ask me how or why, I just know. Save her? Realize our errand at the Centro Ruins is to put an end to the Firestarter's threat, yes? Wait, and I understand the girl may have something to say about it. In any case, I'm confident I won't be a burden. I certainly have no intent of stopping you if that's a concern. Why don't you hold on to the journal for now? Investigate it to your satisfaction. And once satisfied, I hope you'll choose to place your trust in me. Well, I suppose we'll see. Okay, so... ring a bell. So, we are now free to move about the game. Let's take a look here. So, Ring a Bell comes in as a level 5 freelance. Level 5, but with level 1 freelancer. Ew. It is very tempting to throw him on a different job right out the gate. I am reluctant to want to do that, but what we are going to do is change some jobs here. And we're going to go to equip. So he doesn't really need this stuff at all. I don't really care about him learning how to use staves as a monk, so we're not going to bother with that. Let's go to his ability as well. Yeah, we don't have any support abilities, so may as well do that. We'll change Agnes to a white mage. To equips, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the staff in one hand, and we're gonna actually dual wield her out with a rod. That way she has it available. And then for Ring a Bell, I want him to at least get to Freelancer level 2 would be nice. So that's gonna be a thing. Let's go ahead and do the spear. So he needs some gear, but we don't have a lot of money to burn on the guy, so... We have 23 gold, 23 shekels here, which is not nearly enough, unfortunately. So what we're probably going to do is, number one, we're going to head outside. Because we should try to level everybody's jobs up to some degree before we get too far. Ability abilities that you have learned. Have a friend. Okay, again, more of the street pass stuff that we're not going to do. Now, while we're out here, we go to here. We've got some jobs and stuff already kind of done. Dows for treasure is with your freelancer level 3 support ability, divining rod set. The number of unopened treasure chests in the current region will be shown on the bottom of the screen map. Give it a try. So right there, they're telling you, hey, buddy, guess what? What, bro? You actually have the ability to, you know, do some cool stuff, and you should probably do it. What does that mean? It really just means that, we need to get job levels to level 3 in order to actually turn that in. And like I said, some of these eventually, I think, are going to require us to have access to Street Pass, and we're just not going to be able to do them. It's just the way that goes. With that said, guys, this is a really good place for us to stop, so like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch out, twitch.tv/Studios for more live gaming action. Because when we come back, we're going to have some nice and serious level growth here. Probably going to try to see if we can get characters past the level 1 job status, and then see where we kind of go from there. Because we definitely want to have that freelancer ability anyway, because clearly the game is going to reward us for doing that. So I'm going to do a mild bit of grinding, and then like I said, when we come back, we'll be going forward. As far as the town of Naroon goes, we'll be probably having some of that stuff unlocked and worked on as well by the time we get back. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.